This is Fobbit Friends. Five friends, five perspectives, all fun. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode, everyone. My name is Zane. Don't ask why, just put an I. And with me this week are Sammy, Samra,
Hey guys!
Amina,
What's up?
Maz,
What's up? What's up?
and Gossam.
Present.
How's everyone doing today? Or how's everyone's week so far? Anything special happen?
I went to orientation.
Oh.
For what?
Out.
Awesome.
For my college. I didn't want to be there. I was kind of bored. I made
you-
like one or two friends, and yeah, I don't know. I was just stressed out the entire time about all this financial aid and all that other bull crap. So yeah,
Well, don't worry. There's a bunch of you guys in the same boat, so that's what makes it easy to make friends.
exactly.
Yeah, but
Friends
it's
is all you need.
yeah. I just
Was it really that boring though? You didn't have anything to do there? You were
No,
just
they okay. Well, I was expecting them to at least show the room or whatever, but they didn't even show my dorm room, which I was surprised about because I mean they're newer, so I guess they're not done yet.
they're not done. Store like UConn, great institution, but they take they take it right to the very last minute when it comes to getting stuff ready. So
Yeah, that's what I figured because they were like, oh yeah, like the professors were like, looks really nice, looks really nice. I'm like, well then show me the dorm room. Stop saying that.
they gotta sell it. That's
Yeah.
why. That's fun. That's really cool. Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll make friends when you get there.
I'm not worried about making friends. I was just kind of bored.
All right. Well,
Well then.
never mind.
Never mind. Yeah, my week is so exciting. I am so excited for this weekend. I bought myself a bike. I don't know why I'm this excited for it, but I really am excited for this bike. I got one of those really fancy like folding ones that like all those New York hipsters ride around with. So
That's
like,
you.
So you.
so me. But it's so cool because it's like it's nice and portable. I'm gonna bring it around and I can like explore Queens now better than I could before because it sucks traveling around Queens.
Don't get hit.
I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna get like one of those like reflecting jackets. I want to go get one of those
Oh
those
god.
flash. I want to get one of those flashlights that you put on the in the back so it blinks.
You should also get a helmet too and gloves.
Yeah, yeah.
Elbow pads too.
I'm gonna get a nice wicker basket too and put it in front of it, and I can
Put a kitten in there.
and put a kitten in there and just have a nice ride around town.
I don't know what we're describing right now. Aren't we all seeing each other this weekend?
I
Ooh,
thought
yes, we
so.
are this Saturday.
I guess so. You just said it.
You
so.
all are invited. All the listeners are invited. I'll send the address out and I'm just
Everybody
You're happy.
party at my house.
What do you mean you're just joking? I was given the invites already.
Oh
Oh,
no.
wow. Uh-oh.
I don't have that much I don't have that much chicken biryani.
Are you making it yourself?
You wish.
Yeah, I
No one
want to. I want to eat your
Summer.
hot kakana.
Summer, I really need you to eat one of your famous samosas.
No problem. Come over, I'll make them.
Good. Sounds good.
Is it the same samosas that we ate at the Iftari that one time?
Yep, those are my famous dollar samosas.
My famous dollar samosas.
Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Iftari was when you break your fast during Ramadan, sorry.
Ramadan.
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 For the white folk.
Yeah, for the white folks out there. Not trying to single anyone out.
Yeah, you are.
But that's cool. So there is a couple of like loose ends that we gotta tie up a bit just before we start our episode. So Maz, I'm gonna call you out right now. Last week you said that you were gonna make a tagline by the end of the episode, and I completely forgot. that you made this proclamation.
We had
So
such a great conversation. That's why.
yeah. So what's the tagline? What happened? What's our tagline?
This is really bad. This is last minute resort, but think of it this way. Let's think of it
Oh
this
my
Oh my
god.
god.
I'm already
Here it
annoyed.
comes.
way. Bob and Friends, a podcast you all need to hear.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
You got us. You
see,
got us
see.
hook, line, and sinker right there.
Oh, that's
Very original.
yeah.
Never heard of that one before.
Nope.
Sometimes originals work the best, and that's
The point.
facts.
The
Well,
point is
Are you
yours. The
not
point of it was that
original.
yours wasn't original.
going along with Maz's technical difficulties here? Not only with the tagline, but what's that beeping noise that you kept having last week?
Oh, yeah, that was our security alarm, our bootleg security alarm. It
Yeah,
goes
I secretly know the answer, but go on.
it goes off like every 5 seconds. We like have not noticed it for like years now because it just goes off. But like, yeah, that was a
It
noise.
needs a new battery.
No, it's not even. It's not even that. It's just we replace the batteries, but it's like an alarm thing. I don't. Honestly, I'm not too sure.
So this is how desi we are. We could have easily called up ADT, our alarm system. We can call them up, being like, "Hey, we just need to replace the batteries," but instead we buy, what do you call it? What are those batteries?
Triple A.
Duracell.
Duracell.
Duracell. Yeah, like the
Duracell.
company. Duracell, right?
Duracell.
We buy one of those and just keep putting them in, and because they're not made for it, they run out after like a day, and like we just keep buying more for that instead of usually calling them up.
That sounds pretty this, man.
It's pretty base, we gotta. Hey, listen, in Costco you can get it for like $5
In bulk.
in bulk.
Exactly.
That's what you need to buy everything in bulk.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
and then but yeah, what else do we have? I know there's a couple of more loose ends that we had.
well, apparently I told Gossam he was singing a song. Gossam, you want to sing it real quick for us?
Pardesi, pardesi, jana nahi.
Thank you so much. I said that was from the movie Pardes, Bollywood. I got my movie wrong. It's actually from Raja Hindustani. Sorry, Bollywood lovers. I got it wrong.
And we thought you were the fobbiest out of all of
I
us.
know. I can't believe I got that one wrong. And I like that movie. And I like Pardes. And I know the songs, too. I can't believe I,
I think you just
didn't think of it.
Rakaba, like it was just in your head that it was Bardesi, and we were talking about Bardes, and you were just had Bardes in your head.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Either way, though, I messed that up. And I guess also somebody shout me out on Twitter. Thanks for the love, guys.
Yeah, you got like a couple of shout outs, man, just calling you out.
I know, legit calling me out. I was like, you know what? I'll take it. But either way,
I'll
somebody,
take it.
somebody called me out about being a millennial and not being on the cusp of it. They actually, I think they attached a Wikipedia page. I don't even know.
No, it was like an article. And they were like, could someone tell Sumra that she's not on the cusp because the beginning of millennials is 82, and you're not on the cusp of that.
No.
So,
So welcome to the club.
yeah, same.
So I guess I'm actually in the club. And then someone also called me out for not remembering Yuzma, whatever her name is.
Yzma.
Cusco?
Cusco.
Somebody's gonna call you out now.
Cusco. I like
All
that
out of
better.
love.
Oh
I
my
know.
God.
And what was that about, crickets?
There were crickets going on in the back, and sorry, you guys, we record at night. There's nothing we can do if you hear crickets in the back.
There
I
was
didn't hear
crickets?
any crickets.
I didn't hear
at
anything.
all.
That's
Okay,
somebody
well-
being way too nitpicky, honestly.
Yeah.
All right,
Legit.
Let's
well,
call him out. Let's call him out. Who was this
Let's call
person?
it. Yeah,
I'm
who
calling
is
this
this?
person
Jeremy,
out.
calling you
Scott,
guys
Richard,
Jeremy, Michael,
Sally, Sue.
Becky.
Sue, Becky with the good hair.
Listen,
I
Becky with
think
the-
it was Evan.
That damn Evan.
Listen, whoever it was, stop nitpicking our backgrounds.
Exactly.
We're just human.
We're
Okay.
a run-of-the-mill podcast. Let us be.
Your
Yeah.
everyday blue collar podcast.
I don't want to to be blue collar and I want to be.
We're hardworking Americans just trying to make a podcast for you.
And you know what? I'm sorry if you guys hear frogs tonight, because you know what? I live next to a stream, and there is a lot of frogs chirping away right now.
Oh God.
We're gonna hear ribbits in the back.
Oh yeah, not chirping, ribbiting.
Ribbit.
They're like, rah, rah, rah. Legitimately doing that right now.
Do it again. Do it again.
Rah, rah, rah.
You can't
It's
beat
pretty
this.
accurate.
Can't
It's pretty
beat.
accurate.
So,
That's what it is.
Sammy, how was everyone's week? Oh, we already asked this, but Sammy, you didn't come to us though, to me and Summer, because we had our wedding this weekend.
Oh yeah, I had like 2 events this weekend. Amna and I had one of the weddings, they were the same, and then I also had a family engagement party this past weekend. So I was all over the place enjoying my time.
Did you see any dances?
I was part of a dance.
Oh really?
Yes.
How was that?
And actually, I look back at the video, it actually turned out pretty well. We were pretty much coordinated.
That's the most
Really?
important part.
Yeah. I mean,
Coordination's
if anyone messed up, it was me. I messed up a couple of times, and that's where my coordination fell off. But, overall, everything was pretty much coordinated.
You know, you used to be like the Maduri of our family, knowing all the dances. Now you're just
Damn.
messing up lately.
Damn.
It's the
It's
truth.
because you know what? It's the dedication is gone, you know?
It is
Someone
gone.
has lost it. She got married and she's like, what's the point? I don't gotta impress anyone.
Nobody needs to be impressed by my dance skills no more. Not that anybody was from the beginning.
Yeah,
Definitely not a waste.
don't disrespect. I'm the hiccup of this family.
Oh my god. Are we gonna explain another Bollywood actor?
First of all, Boss,
who is
it's
he
not-
in Hollywood?
It's not Hitrick, it's Ritik.
I thought he had an H in his name.
It is.
does,
It's Hrithik.
but it's
Hrithik, right?
silent.
Hrithik.
It's a silent H.
Oh, I thought it was actually like you pronounce the H.
No.
Who is it?
Hrithik Roshan.
He's just a hot guy.
He's just like Chris Hemsworth.
No.
He's
don't-
a Grissom.
I actually got a call out. Someone was like, "Why is no one mentioning Amir Khan?" I guess because we talked about
Because
Raja Hindustani.
SRK is better.
Ooh.
That is a hot take. That is a
Ooh.
real hot take.
Actually, we all know in acting, Amir Khan is definitely the better genius out there.
Really? Have you seen SRK's cries?
That's all he can do.
That's
all
a
he
famous
can
line
do.
by Shah Rukh Khan with him crying.
Or how about Amitabh? Amitabh is one hell of an actor.
He's
Yes,
like
he is.
he's like the Ian McKellen,
He's the Ian McKellen.
except a younger one.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Anyway, so we were at a wedding, and it was a good time. Summer was mentioning dancing because she went to the first day of the wedding. Because for our culture, we have 3 days in our wedding.
Not including all the various parties that come before. We're talking about like the actual like main events.
Right. So Summer went to what we call the mehendi. Right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay. So the mehendi is basically where people come together and put henna on, because mehendi means henna. And they put henna on people's hands, and they sing and they dance. And that's pretty much it. Am I missing anything?
No, that's the bulk. There's a small little ceremony that happens, at least in the Pakistani tradition, Pakistani Muslim tradition. There's a small little ceremony that happens, but
What?
well, you know when everybody goes on stage and
They feed them a tie.
they feed sweets and they do like the money over your head and that goes to charity type situation. And
It's very
People
intricate.
make bank. People make bank with that charity,
no,
the charity money that comes around.
People who need it make
well,
Who
I
need
mean,
it.
it goes to charity, so
Well, I mean, bank as in like it's a lot of money, and then
Is-
it just gets all.
Isn't that to like take away the evil eye?
yes.
So like the evil eye is like a thing everyone knows. I hope that like
Yeah, that's evil eye has gotten pretty big. I mean, everybody has those evil eye necklaces and bracelets.
right. So we believe
What?
that
What the
that's
heck is an evil
Yeah, I
eye?
don't know what it is. Can you explain this?
Evil eye like Nazar, guys.
okay. So
Oh,
evil,
Oh,
in
yeah.
okay.
that
So
case,
it's
yes,
like
okay.
it's like something that's wishing
Karma.
like if right.
Wishes
So
bad upon you.
yeah, like if good things are happening, you don't want like not karma, but like something to like ruin it. It's like a suspicion, another superstition that we have, not a
Something to
suspicion.
jinx it.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx it, so we put money over your head and do a prayer, and then like we give that money to charity because
Oh,
somehow that
word.
helps it.
Yeah. And then there, after the Mandy, obviously we have the main day event, which
Which
is
I went to and you didn't go to.
no.
Yeah, I have a little thing about that. So I was watching Hum Sat Satahe like last week again, and I
Another
was
Bollywood movie.
yeah, I was examining the weddings that take place in the movies, and like I don't understand like why we can't have one of those crazy weddings. Like those seem so fun. Something that I would
What are you
love to.
talking about? I feel like we've had.
Well,
No,
no,
not
I
at
think
all.
you're talking about like the Barat, right?
Yeah,
Where they go and like they go. Yeah, we don't have like a crazy Barat. I mean, that's more done in like I think India and stuff. They
which
have like
sucks.
awesome Barats, and the Barat is like.
Elephants.
Explain the brat that happens in India. It's
Yeah,
like
I mean, a
extravagant,
barat
right?
is like when the groom's, party, basically, their family and friends, their arrival to the venue of where they're getting married. And usually the barat or that day, that's like done from the bride's side. So the groom side is like the chief guest. So it's like their arrival. And it's huge. I mean, everybody, I mean, there's music. You could be sitting on a horse. You could be sitting, well, at least in the India part of it, you could be sitting
It
on an
happens here.
elephant.
I've seen pictures. People
Yeah,
coming
it can
in on
happen anywhere. I
elephants.
mean, it's huge, and then like everybody's dancing, having a good time. I mean, it's really not like that. At least I
Live
have,
music too.
yeah, live music, and I mean, it's amazing. It's so much fun, and for Pakistani weddings, the guys and their friends come in and they dance a little, but it's not anywhere near like it is for Indian weddings, which is a lot more fun in that sense.
I've only been to one Indian wedding. Yeah, two Indian weddings in my life.
Oh,
Yeah,
And how was that?
They were good.
yeah,
They're different. And you don't think they would be, but they're pretty different from Pakistani Muslim weddings.
Uh huh.
They're
Well, I mean,
they're
that makes sense.
I would love to attend one, honestly.
it's a lot of fun. I mean, not that our weddings aren't, but like we have the Mandi day, as we explained, then this Barat day, and then a Valima, which is the reception.
I hate the
Um,
Velima.
and Valima is literally not to gross anybody out, but it's just to
it's celebrating the consummation.
of the marriage, right? So then, for Indian
What's it?
Hindu weddings, it's like they don't really have they do have a Mehndi, but it's not as big of well, at least in my experience, it's not as big of an event. It's usually, smaller, more intimate. And then they have like a massive like Sangeet, or as what you say, like it's similar to what our henna night is like, but there's no ceremony, I guess you could say, and it's just a bunch of singing and dancing and food. It's just like a party the day before the wedding. Then you have the religious ceremony in the morning, the next day, and then a huge reception at night, and that covers pretty much
It.
the the big events.
But didn't you go to a wedding once, Sammy, where they literally had it was a Pakistani wedding, and they had the second day, the barat, or yeah, and then they had the third day, but they combined it, and the
Yes.
couple went upstairs and consummated the marriage, and then came back
No,
down.
I did not go to that wedding. This was a wedding that my friend went to that apparently that's what happened. But I don't know if that's what really happened or not. Like,
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
if that really happened or not.
How ridiculous is that? That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really weird.
that they would
No,
go up and like be like, all right, you gotta make this. You couldn't they wait? Like, couldn't they be like, everyone gets the point. We don't
like
really need to do
that's
this.
if it really happened or not. Like I don't even know if my friend really knows if that's what happened. I don't know if she was just assuming that because it took them some time to come back downstairs. But she could have just been like the bride and the groom could have just been getting ready for their second, the second part. 'Cause they had, like change of outfits and stuff like that.
Let's hope that's what was going on. Like it just.
I don't really care. It's their life.
Oh, I care. If I was experiencing that, I'd be like, this is the worst awkward feeling I've ever felt.
You're just looking around, just like, oh, what do I do now?
Like, what are we waiting for?
What are we waiting for?
No,
Right.
exactly. And then
Now, I have a question. I mean, I know this has nothing to do with Desi, like our Pakistani weddings, but like in Indian weddings, when does the whole 7.5 patties happen? Is that in the Bharat or is that in the
Paras, that's in their religious
Carries?
ceremony in the morning.
Oh, is that the morning?
Carries.
Yeah, Summer, I just have to add that I remember in your wedding, the food was bomb. Like
Dope.
the
Pakistani wedding food, man.
Exactly. Like that's just something that everyone looks forward to. It's just crazy good.
You spend an entire year getting ready for a wedding, and the number one thing you have to always remember, like I try to tell everybody this after, because somebody said it to me after I got married. I wish they said it to me before I got married. Is that no one's going to remember anything, but no one's going to remember anything about the wedding that you've planned for so long except the food. So if your
And that
food is
candy
good,
bar.
well, I mean that was part of the food part. But if your food is good, then you're good to go.
Well, the one thing that like I brag about, I'm like, one thing Pakistani weddings, if anything, we do a lot of things right. But one thing I know, we have the best food. We have like
Oh yeah,
15,
hands
The
down.
food is
16
amazing.
dishes, and it's like a
So good.
buffet style. It's amazing. You just can't beat it.
It's so good.
Faluda,
Yeah.
kulfi, everything.
You know what's
That's the
really
dessert.
funny?
Yeah.
You know what's really funny about food? Have you noticed that in every like Shaadi or marriage video that we have, like when it came to like Sabina's
They
wedding,
always videotape us eating.
they always videotape me eating. I've never been on camera for any other part besides maybe going up on stage to take a picture or two, but they always get me when I'm eating, and I look like the fattest kid in the world just eating. Eating a plate full of kebabs and like biryani.
Oh
I know.
wow, I would kill for a kebab right now.
Oh man.
Well, go get some.
But like, yeah, weddings. We can.
You don't get them.
It was like such a silent pause for like 5 seconds.
It's like Ma's contemplating whether to get a kebab or not.
Oh god.
Have you guys been to a white wedding? Like a
No,
white
I've
person
never
wedding?
been.
No.
For
No.
the amount of weddings we have been to, we've never been to a white wedding. I've been to a Brazilian wedding, but it wasn't even like a full-on thing. Like she wanted it to be very like low key and not traditional. So I don't even really count that because it wasn't like the typical American experience of a wedding. So none of us have been to a white wedding.
I've
No.
only seen the weddings in the movies and like Boy Meets World or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's my only knowledge of white weddings is just movies and TV shows.
Which
Yeah.
I'm sure it's totally like familiar, but not exactly like they relate to each other.
Right. That's
Right.
I mean, I'm sure they're similar to what we see.
Yeah.
well, it's
no,
like people look at they see weddings on TV, and then that's not that accurate either, or is
No.
it?
well, not necessarily. Not. I mean, I have not. Well, to be honest, I don't think I've even seen any Pakistani weddings on any
No,
major
never.
movies or TV. It's always usually the Indian wedding or like a whitewashed version of the Indian wedding where like they're pretending to be white.
Yeah.
No,
And
you're
they
right.
actually
I've
have a white
never seen
wedding.
a Pakistani wedding on a television and it's
Right?
funny because we have pretty intricate weddings. It would be fun to watch, maybe.
No, yeah, no, I agree
Uh,
100%.
I don't know about that, but
Wow.
I don't know because there's like here's the thing, like it depends on the type of wedding. We don't have we don't have like alcohol at our wedding or anything like that. Not that you need alcohol to have fun, but I feel like that's a
It's
huge
not lit.
factor.
No,
Exactly, that's a huge factor to make it super lit.
we're naturally lit when our with our
When the
Pakistani
dole
wedding.
starts playing, it's like we're
Dude,
intoxicated.
dude, the dole once that kicks in, it's like it's so hard to not dance to it. You're just like, I need to,
That foot
move my
starts
shoulder.
tapping,
Yep.
your shoulders start moving, and then you pointing the fingers up in the air and you start dancing.
Oh damn, Gaki, you know all about that dance, huh?
I know all about that dance. That's how
You-
the way I know about it is because I've seen Sabina's wedding movie so many times. So like, I see Kashif or I see somebody dancing like that.
Have you guys ever seen like those crust Mr. Krabs memes of when he like walks into a club and like the whole vision's like all like
Yeah,
Blurry.
Blurry.
yeah,
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 that's
yeah, I've
how it is
seen
when
that.
these live dolls go. Like it goes, we're just like, yo, what's going on?
Where
You're
we're
right.
like, we don't know where we are, but we just gotta
Exactly.
dance.
But
But
it's like
that's mo-
super fun.
but the live dolls are more in Pakistan. Over here, it's not like that.
I'm gonna make this statement,
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna say. I
and I'm
think
gonna
I know what
say
you're gonna say.
weddings in Pakistan are 10 times better than weddings here. Pakistani weddings.
Yes, I agree. And the reason why, and well, okay, my reason why for it is over here. Well, here's the difference. Weddings here, Pakistani weddings, I'm talking about Pakistani weddings, are like a lot more elegant, I think classier, more organized for sure. You have a lot of that. Whereas the weddings we have experienced in Pakistan, and we have experienced quite a bit. It's not like we've only had one wedding that we've gone to. We've gone to quite a bit. And the weddings that we have experienced definitely aren't as classy,
Organized.
elegant, or organized. And because of all that chaos, though, it's a lot of fun.
Because it's a nice late night talk.
Right.
Once you take off the makeup or whatever, your clothes, your suit or whatever,
But even at the
you talk
wedding
about it.
itself, it's not even like it doesn't feel as formal. Even though you are in really nice clothes and makeup and hair and nice shoes, like all of that. It just doesn't feel as formal over there,
Why?
which makes I don't know why. I don't know if it's the
I
atmosphere
just
or
think
what
it's
it
the
is.
it's the culture over there.
Yeah.
Is we here, I think in America, with the American standards of how weddings are run in this industry
America.
here, America, we have wedding planners, we have all this. We want it to be this spectacle, this event. Whereas over
But
there,
a
it's
very
not
organized spectacle.
right exactly. Where over there, it's less about it being this event and more about being a celebration. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
No, I
And
completely.
Agree
more
on
about
that, yeah.
I think it's more about having fun and celebrating this daughter, going off
Or
into a
son.
new family or son gaining a daughter or whatever, and it's just about eating and dancing
And you invite
the,
everybody and their mother. Like it's
everyone,
not a matter
like
of
900 people.
invitation or it's literally if you see somebody on the streets, it's like, oh, my son or my daughter is getting married. Come, it's tonight. It's over here. It's in 2 weeks or it's whatever. It's like you invite everybody. Nobody cares.
Also, the industry there, the wedding industry, is so like
It's huge.
I compare. So like the Vegas Strip in
Yeah.
Pakistan, in the cities, they have those strips, but it's just wedding halls.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, you are
Yes.
so. That's a great comparison because that's
And it's like
exactly what it is.
it's as bright, it's as neon flashy light as the strip, but it's
Mhm.
all wedding halls, you guys.
Yep.
Crazy.
Huge.
And
And all
every
of
night
them,
there's a weddings. There are
yes.
weddings going on.
And they're all packed almost every night.
It's like how many people
every
are
day,
here?
every day, Sunday to Sunday, every week, it's always
Exactly.
packed to the brim with people.
And their halls are very nice too.
Yeah, they're not even like they're like. I mean, some halls can be very gross. We have experienced that too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we have. Yeah.
Oh my
Heard
god.
that.
We'll bring that up later in the conversation. That was
Yeah.
a
We've definitely had some dirty halls. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if the hall itself was dirty or if because of the weather it turned out a lot dirtier. Because in Pakistan, God forbid it rains, which it has during some of our weddings over there. all these like nasty bugs come out and everything's like wet and dirty. I don't know. It's like muddy and gross.
Everyone's like frustrated and irritated. Like,
Yeah, because you can't sit
yeah.
anywhere.
Your
Everything's
makeup is
soaked.
running, your hair is frizzy, your feet are wet from the rain.
Oh, and this is all because a lot of the halls are like outdoor type venues. So they're like beautiful tents. But if it rains, it sucks.
Yeah.
Which summertime is monsoon season.
I mean, not the entire summer, but yeah. And we've had that happen at two of our cousins' weddings where we were like, it was rain nonstop over there, and it was just so
Yeah.
gross. There was these like nasty like ants, like wet ants all over the seats, and it was so gross.
Yeah.
Well, now that
Yeah.
we're on the topic, I mean, we might as well just say the story where it was just like, well, you know how half the people didn't even show up because of this. You know,
Yeah, because
it was our
yeah,
cousin's wedding. It was her Mandy. It was the first day of the event, of the 3-day event, I guess you can say. And yeah, like half the people, I guess it was a groom side, right? That they just never showed up because there was just so much rain and like mud and just dirtiness, or there's no proper, way of like,
Well,
cleaning
I also think
water.
one of their power lines actually like fell on their street because it was raining that much, so they
yeah,
couldn't
no,
even get out.
exactly. It was pretty bad. And the other thing over there is like they don't have a very nice sewer system, so you don't have too many places where the rain can go. So the
It
water
just
just
kind of accumulates.
on the
Oh my
streets.
god. Oh, it's
And like
disgusting.
it just yeah exactly it like floods the streets completely.
And the streets over there are dirty. There's
Oh my god. We're
gross.
just visiting.
We're just complete bashing Pakistan
It
right
was
now.
the
No,
truth.
it's
It's a truth serum.
We still love the country
We
in a
still love
weird
it.
way.
We
Pakistan's
have
in
a
bud.
we have a very weird love hate relationship with it. But that's just like, or I mean, yeah. And then even on her wedding day, wasn't it raining on her wedding day
it
too?
was
If I
raining
remember.
on every day, even the Valima, but the Valima was indoor.
No, it was in a tent, but I don't know what had happened.
No,
It
wasn't
was
it indoor?
no, I think it was in a tent.
Or maybe I'm thinking of the first wedding. Usher Bai's wedding was indoor.
Yes, Usher Bai's, but the wedding was indoors. The Valima
Usher
was in
Bai's
a
wedding,
tent.
that's a story. The bus ride, you guys.
Oh
Oh my
Okay, let's
god.
talk about that. Let's talk about that
All right,
experience. That
I
is.
just want to let's set this up, okay?
Gotta set it
What?
up.
How old was I? I was 10 years old. Okay, so this was 12 years ago.
Yeah,
Okay, Gossam was 8.
I was 12.
Gek,
No,
Geki,
this was like 11 years ago. So you were like 13.
me?
Yeah,
No, I wasn't. I know for a
It was
fact I wasn't.
2005, right?
2006.
I know.
2006.
Yeah, no, Sammy. I was. Yeah, maybe I just turned 11, but I was not 13.
Oh, okay, whatever.
So, no, I know because I had a traumatizing experience.
This
Oh,
was
yeah.
the George Bush era. Just letting you know.
God.
Oh goodness gracious. Anyway, so this wedding was taking place in a different city than where we live in Pakistan, our family. So we were like, oh, let's take a bus. Or the family was like, let's take a bus. And it's what? How long is a bus ride? Like 6 hours?
It's supposed to
So
be like
we
an
live in
8-hour drive.
Karachi. They live in the venue was in Quetta, which is I don't know
Up
how
north.
long
It was
that
it
is.
was north, and it was
It's
like like
it's supposed to be an 8-hour drive. 8 or 9, I think max 10 hours or something. But it was not supposed to be what we ended up doing. And we, over there, it's like the most fun if you can like rent a coach bus and go with everybody in one big bus to
No.
a wedding hall. But
With like
continue
20
on now.
plus people.
But also
Yeah.
the thing was like we rented a bus because it was like also cheaper than just flying out there too. So like it was like our fault too because we chose a bus going to the cheap route. That's our desi perspective. See if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that we wanted to, instead of flying everyone out, we were like, let's just take a
Let's
bus.
take a 10-hour bus ride to Quetta.
No, 8 hour. Like it could have happened fine, right? You know, we got
Yes.
on, we were
Well,
really
first
hyped.
off-
We were playing dhol, like we were playing that drum, and like people were
Singing.
singing and really hyped. And then we go, and it's midnight, and you know,
well
we're
before
all like
well,
just
wait, sorry to interrupt. Before you get on, but we gotta set the picture though. This was, I want to say, right after the biggest rainstorm that we possibly ever saw in Pakistan. And so I remember how we got onto the bus.
Oh
Like
yes,
the entire street was up to
flooded.
the lower part of my knee. There was that much water, and I remember we put up a charpai, which is basically one of those like rope beds, I guess you can call it, like a cot of some sort.
Yes.
We put a cot essentially in the water so we can walk on top of it just to get to the bus, and it was just to get this. So that's just painting the picture because yes, we were all like happy because I think in the end of the day we were still hyped. We're like, oh my god, this is going to be an experience. We're going to have so much fun. So then we got onto the bus, and then obviously because of the crappiest weather ever, there's a bunch of potholes, there's a bunch of traffic jams, and we didn't care. We were just like, yeah, we're gonna sing songs the entire way there. But but
So
go on.
what happens is though, we get to a certain part of the highway. We're cruising for like an hour or two. We're cruising, and we get to a certain part of the highway, but the highway is blocked. And in Pakistan, there's not like when our highway is blocked or there's an accident or there's a flooding, you have emergency response vehicles that are dispatched out, and they deal with the problem as swiftly and as efficiently as possible.
Or you have a detour.
Or there's a detour, right? No. Well, actually, it's hard because Karachi is a desert. There's not much detour you can do in the middle of a highway.
Right.
Mind you, there is no like breakdown lanes either. It's just like there's road and then dirt.
Especially
there's no
desert.
breakdown rate.
Yeah, especially where the bus like also like messed up. That area was just straight mountains and a straight road. So
so there was nothing we could do. We were stuck. So we think, okay, it's gonna be a couple hours. No, you guys, we were stuck for how long? 8 hours?
It was the entire night.
Overnight. It was overnight.
It was overnight. So we actually spent 8 hours on a bus just stuck in one area. And the reason why is exactly what Amna said. There's nobody that's dispatched to take care of a situation. So the road that we needed to take was completely messed up.
Wasn't it because of a landslide of some sort? Or?
Yeah, a landslide. So you have the citizens. You have the citizens of Pakistan who are using this road, making a road, not an emergency crew, not a construction company,
No.
but citizens of Pakistan who are getting out of their cars to make a road.
What pisses me off? What grinds my gears more than anything?
What grinds your gears?
What grinds my gears is the fact that the men on the freaking bus go out and piss, and the women had to sit and hold everything in because there was and you couldn't hide. There's no trees. We couldn't like duck behind. Guys would just go out and do their business. And we had to wait on the bus, and we were like dying. Okay, we were like, it's terrible.
We were told we couldn't go to the bath, like not to drink water or not to drink any liquids, because then we couldn't. There was no way to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
What would have happened if it was any longer, you guys? What?
I don't know, but either way,
honestly, I don't know.
The story ends where finally the road is made and the bus starts moving, and now we're on a timeline to get to this because we were supposed to.
The wedding was that night.
Yeah, like it started that night, and we were on a timeline, so we were quite, we were 8 hours behind, and
8 hours behind.
Yeah, literally, we were 8 hours behind.
And yeah, when Summer says the road was made, it was actually made when we were stopped.
Like they actually put the asphalt in.
Literally,
they made asphalt. No.
Or whatever.
Either way, though, we had to stop at this really quick at this grimy little rest stop that was like it's like a small little village, and
in the mountains. Okay,
all the girls were like running off the bus because we all had to go to the bathroom. Lo and behold, the bathrooms were disgusting. Like when I mean disgusting, I mean that there was like poo coming out of it.
You guys, listen to me. Listen to me. In Pakistan, we have a certain type of bathroom.
Not all places have this bathroom.
This is the traditional bathroom, though, okay? It's basically a hole in the ground. It's plumbing. It's plumbed. It's
got plumbing.
Okay.
Yeah, it flushes down.
It flushes, kind of. In the villages, not really. It's just kind of like a hole in the ground, and that's where we were. But, you got to crouch down. Which is good
Yeah,
for your belly, by the way. Crouching down to poop.
Fun fact.
That's
it's a
why there's a
squatty.
squatty potty, people.
Yeah,
They stole it from us.
Yeah, exactly.
Because but Americans are lazy about it. They're like, we're gonna sit and squat.
we
We
do
work
Right.
out our
great
legs.
squat.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
we get our.
anyways,
So so we go to this village. It's a hole in the ground. Okay, Summer's right. There's actual. We're not joking. Okay, poop overflowing. Okay, flies everywhere, and I have a phobia of flies, and that's a whole nother story. But flies everywhere, pee splattered. This is the thing. The grossest thing you could possibly, and the smell because it's so hot.
putrid.
It was
like
repulsive.
Okay,
It was
none of the
I
guys
didn't
had to
go
use
to the
it.
bathroom. I didn't go.
I
I
literally.
had to go. I was like, I had to.
Well,
And-
I think me and Maz, we peed in the cornfields.
I think I pissed on a cactus.
I think that's what we did.
Sabina,
I just. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I was just saying, Sabina took all the young girls to the bathroom because the moms didn't want to. They were like,
The
we're not
moms
gonna do
ran
this."
away vomiting.
And
Yeah.
Sabina took one for the team, our sister, and took every kid to the bathroom, every little girl that had to go.
How
And
many
she was
girls?
such
How many people
a
were there? There was
lot-
a
a
bunch
lot
of us
of
in this
young
bus.
girls.
Like
Yeah.
6, maybe?
6 or 7 young girls, and
Yeah.
that bathroom was. It was like a horror movie, you guys.
Yeah, it was really bad. And then, so anyways, once we left that nasty little area, we finally got on this bus, and these bus drivers are zooming. Like, it's like Fast and the Furious bus driving.
I don't
I was
And-
doing
remember
my
that.
gulmas.
I
I was
remember
like,
that.
if I die, I gotta do my gulmas now.
But, like, here's the deal. It's like, okay, because we were 8 hours behind schedule, and now making a bathroom stop, we were about 8.5 hours behind schedule. But we had to go through the mountains, and these aren't small little mountains. These are legit mountains. And
There's no rail. What are they called?
There's nothing protecting you from
Yeah, railings.
that cliff.
Hmm.
So and these bus drivers are taking us on these mountains like I'm not joking. Fast and the Furious. I thought we were gonna die off the mountain.
But mind you, though, when we were climbing up the mountain, it's so steep. These mountains in Pakistan, they're so steep that we're literally going what, like 2 miles per hour, 3 miles per hour.
No, he was going much faster than that.
On when we were climbing, I remember
Yes,
I was going
when we were
really slow
climbing.
when we're.
No, when we were climbing, he was going really fast.
It was enough for me to think that at 10 years old, I was like, this is it. Like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
But like we low key kind of made it on time because he like zoomed.
He did.
Like,
He did his job.
I
Okay?
mean,
I think he covered so much ground in like 2 hours. It's like disgusting how good he was.
it was. I mean, we got there really early. No, we got there pretty late in the afternoon. If you think about it, we all quickly got ready. You guys just don't remember as much because you were younger and didn't have to get ready as fast.
Right.
That's true.
It was just a matter of throwing on your clothes and like taking a shower.
Speaking of, moving on to a different story because wearing different clothes. Remember when Zan forgot or he didn't have his clothes for Sabina's wedding?
Yeah.
Oh my
We all
god! And he
remember
had to
that.
wear
He was
his
wearing
Hawaiian,
his Hawaiian
shirt
shirt.
the entire time.
Everyone is dressed to the nine because it's the first wedding in our family in the States.
Even as a grandchild, it was the first wedding. Bino was the first grandchild to get married on our mom's side.
And
2005.
Even on our dad's side, actually. But
Yeah.
that's the point.
And then there's
What is
Zan.
that? What is
I'm
that?
sorry. I don't know what that was.
It's a ghost.
That was
I know.
It's a ghost being like, you better not talk about this.
Yeah. That
No,
was-
but Zan forgot his mom. Okay, so his mom was
Let-
late.
let's tell the story though. Okay, so this was another point where it was a Shaadi, or it was a wedding that somehow happened in the middle of the biggest thunderstorm that we've ever seen in Connecticut and Massachusetts. So like this was enormous thunderstorm, lightning storm, and I remember my mom telling me that there was, I guess, a tree. I know Gossam, you were in that
I was in that car, yeah.
yeah, I was
So I
in
guess
that car, too.
you can explain this better a little bit, but if I remember correctly, there was like a tree that was blocking one of the roads, and you kept going in circles, right?
Well,
Yes.
what happened was the GPS was telling us something totally different, and we kept on going back to that same um,
Oh God.
tree. And so, well, I mean, even before that, we were following our uncle, and he had zoomed out from the stoplight, and we were still at the red light. So then my dad figured that like, oh yeah, he's gonna wait for us. No, he wasn't there. So we basically had to keep on driving, look it up or something, and we kept on going back in the circle. There was arguing between both my parents, and one of our cousins, Arslan, he had to go pee really badly, so we stopped at a highway, and he peed for like 3 minutes, and like he came back in, and it was just so hectic. There was a lot of yelling at everybody, and then finally, my mom was like, "You know what? We might not even just go." And then, our uncle Ayaz Mamu came in and was like, "You know what? Uh, I know where you guys are. We got to the Shaadi on time. Oh, not on time, late, obviously. But my mom forgot Zan's clothes, and
Mind you,
it
this
was
was
like a whole movie scene.
that's a weird noise. Whoever has their phone, put it out of the mic.
I think it's
You
Maz.
guys are
No,
so
no, it really isn't.
you guys are so
Maz is
unprofessional.
texting right now during our live thing. Get your phone out of here with your
Get out of
girlfriends.
here. Put on airplane mode.
No, but it was
I'm
so.
not on my phone.
Maz, get off your phone.
I swear I have nothing around me right now.
It,
No, but it was
I
funny. Oh, sorry, Gaki. What?
No, it was so funny because I remember walking in and I see Sabina and like everyone, our entire family, just holding. It seemed like they were holding hands, waiting for my mom to finally come in, and they were all crying and like, you made it," and then we quickly went into the Shaadi, but we
Now,
forgot about Zan's clothes.
now,
Because
mind
we
you,
have an entrance. In our weddings, we have entrances. So my sister was waiting on our aunt, who's their mom, to come because she was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to get married and go into this hall without my aunt here because we're very close, obviously. And we were late. Our entrance was late. It was not on time because she was late. And then Zan was walking in looking like a hooligan.
And his
yeah,
Hawaiian shirt.
when they were
She was.
all when they were
Why
all
were you
going
wearing a
around.
Hawaiian shirt?
Well, mind you, this was like I was, it was like what the summertime, right? So I was just relaxing, chilling out, maxing, and being all cool,
Well, that
And
was a fashion back then too.
no,
Hawaiian shirts?
I
no,
feel like it was, wasn't it?
not
He was
really.
wearing his Tommy
What do
Bahamas.
you mean? It still is. What do you mean?
All right,
I just find it
Vineyard.
so funny that when my mom is crying and arguing with my dad, and Arsalan, our cousin, was like wanting to pee, and Gossam just like being Gossam. Uh,
I was in the middle seat
I
as
was
usual.
while all that was happening, and I guess the reception was also happening in the at the ground floor. People were slowly filing in and everything. I was upstairs in the suite that we got, or the hotel room, literally watching. I was literally on the bed, so relaxed with a glass of water, and I was watching Little League. I was watching Little League baseball. I hate baseball, and I was just watching. I was like, what? At some point,
breathe.
at some point, my mom's gonna show up. But she never did. And I was like,
There's a wedding. You guys, there's a wedding happening. A very important wedding. And Zan is in the hotel.
Doesn't know it started.
I didn't know it started. I was waiting for mom to give me the cue to be like, hey, you're ready to go. Let's go out. Let's go downstairs. I was like, all right. I was just like in the room, just waiting. And I got Goship coming up. I remember him coming upstairs, being like, "Hey, you want coffee?" We actually had coffee, and he's like, "Okay, come downstairs." I'm like, "No, I can't go downstairs. I have a Hawaiian shirt on, so let me just wait." They never came.
Oh, poor Zan.
So then at one point,
so funny.
after I think the Little League game that I was watching ended, and I was like, "Okay, now I gotta go downstairs. I gotta see what's going on. Maybe my mom forgot to come upstairs or something." Walked downstairs, and that's when I found out that she never showed up. Still, we're all just like hanging around, just chilling, and then and then she walks in crying with not even with my clothes in her hands either. She was just crying. We just went straight to the thing.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I think, like she totally forgot the clothes. Like you didn't change throughout the night, so I think she forgot to note the clothes. That's why you never even changed into like
Well, we
Yeah,
kind of already mentioned that she forgot the clothes.
No, I think Maz was trying to say that it wasn't like we were running late, so he didn't change anyway. It was that she didn't even bring the clothes from the
Yeah,
beginning.
she like totally forgot to bring clothes for
So
him.
no matter what, Zan was gonna attend this wedding wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
And he didn't know that until she walked in without the clothes.
So he was
Hawaiian
waiting
shirt
watching Little League.
and wrinkled khakis and
And my wrinkled
sneakers.
khakis.
You look terrible.
And I just remember every auntie and uncle coming up to me and being like, "Oh, you look great. You look great." I'm like, "No, not really. I should be wearing a suit." And she's like, "They're all no. You're looking great. It's awesome. It's awesome." I'm like, God, and like it was
That's
so.
totally trying to get your
lying
confidence of your yeah.
Straight lying to your face.
Straight
man.
line to my face.
So okay.
Well, okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Amma.
Wait, so what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, your mom felt really bad about forgetting your clothes, though.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, no, I gave her props. Like I understand what the situation she was in. So, looking back
Yeah.
at it, it's okay. But in the moment, I was just like, "What the hell? Why am I the only Hawaiian shirt here?"
The funniest thing to me though is that in the wedding video during the ruksati. Okay, so a ruksati is the ceremony where the bride is basically given away by her family. It happens at the end, and they walk out and they hug her goodbye, and then she exits the wedding with the groom's family. It's very sad. It's really, really sad. And in the video, everyone's crying and sad, and then you see Zan in crying, and he's wearing his stupid wrinkly khakis. And he looks so lost.
I literally
Like
looked
a wedding crasher.
Like, who was this little kid that's just like not part of this wedding? Like, you look ridiculous.
Oh.
Yeah.
But Summer, okay, speaking of Rooksies, Summer definitely had the saddest one that I've
Literally
ever
the
attended.
saddest one.
I still cry about it.
No, it's you know why though? It kind of another grinds my gears. It's because Summer was so like, I'm not gonna cry. It's not sad. Why? She like was sobbing, and
She was bawling.
She was bawling.
was.
We all were crying.
I
And
was.
on top of it, the song that Summer chooses to play.
It was just
Summer,
the
I still hate
violin
you for that
version.
song. I still hate you for that song. The moment it started playing, I like immediately, without a second, got a tear in my eye. I was like, "What is this?"
It's
I
like
got
that,
an immediate frog in the throat.
yeah, it's like that song. Have you guys ever heard that song that Mr. Krabs plays with his small violin on SpongeBob? It's just like that.
Why
It's
are you
just-
constantly with this Mr. Krabs SpongeBob?
I don't know. They got some good comparisons. In
That's because Maz follows the Quan, just like me.
Daquan.
Oh, Daquan on Insta.
Daquan
No, is it-
Geese.
I
Who?
guess that's his last name. I don't know.
I think that's his last name.
I don't know.
Geese?
Yeah.
Like the animal?
No, I think that's what it's called. Daquan Geese or whatever. That's his
Goose.
last name. Yeah,
All
Daquan
right.
Geese.
Oh, I
Guess
never.
I don't know.
Guess I see.
Good to see.
Well, the main point here it was the Rooksity for Summer's wedding was probably the saddest thing you will ever experience.
Well,
Okay,
they're not
because
gonna
on
experience
top
it.
of it,
Well,
well, you're a guy, you'll never experience Rooksati, okay? But no, the music was a violin. It was like a traditional, like this old Indian song, and the minute it plays, like everyone has tears in their eyes, and on top of it, like she's I'm getting like emotional thinking about it. Rooksatis are the worst part of the wedding.
Yeah.
I cry at everybody's now.
Summer used to be so heartless about it. She used to be like, "Why are they crying? They're not actually leaving."
Really?
Yeah, I never understood it until I actually had to go through my own. Like, I didn't even cry at Bina's.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, wow, this bee is heartless." I was like sobbing at Sabina's, and Summer's like, "Calm down," and I'm like, "What
I
do
was
you
like, you were sobbing at her engagement 2 years prior.
I was 8. Summer makes this joke. I was 8 years old.
It doesn't
she-
matter. You were
She was.
sobbing at her engagement.
I was gonna be left. I was thinking, wow, I'm gonna be left alone with Sumra, who hates me. And guess what? Look at us now.
We're besties.
Best friends.
Plan.
Yeah, this Sabina's wedding shaped us into the people we are.
Sure
Exactly.
did. Either way, I now cry at everybody's ruxati, and yes, guys, my ruxati was really sad. Thanks. I'm gonna clap my back. I mean,
Clap my
hit
back.
again.
Clap my back. Clap my back.
What is that? What's that? What the hell is that saying? I can't think
I'm
of
gonna
it.
I'm
gonna
gonna
pat
pat
myself on
myself on the back.
Oh yeah, pat myself on the
Good
back.
clap my back.
That should be that should be Summer's tagline for this.
That's gonna be
Summer.
that's gonna be the title of this episode. Clap my back.
Oh my god, no, seriously, Shaadi's clap my back.
Oh god. I hope you guys. Honestly, I want all the viewers, whatever wedding you've been
Viewers,
Listeners.
at. Sorry, listeners, viewers, whoever you are. The point is tweet at us or Instagram at us or whatever, and give us your stories at weddings. We've clearly we have a bunch of stories that have happened at weddings. We can go on and on and on.
Yeah, we haven't hit the good stuff yet.
We should end it on Amer's funny fiasco that happened.
We
What
should.
happened at
Then
his
you want to
wedding?
explain?
Okay, so Amer is our cousin from
Cousin.
Pakistan. He's
he's the twin of the first wedding with the bus.
yeah.
Yes.
We're all coming full circle. Yeah.
Full circle. Yeah.
So his wedding actually was pretty well. Like it was it went pretty smoothly. Everything went nice. It was a really nice it was a broad. It was the actual Shaadi part. So then the Ruxati, as we explained before, it was happening. We all got on our cars. We all went back home. So the people who had to get to the home first before before the actual bride would come in, we had to get the house ready and everything. And I just remember being with Usher. So that's the twin with the bus. I remember him coming in and being like, "Hey, there's a few people outside. It's a little crazy. Just calm down. We'll see what happens." So then, I didn't think too much about it, and I remember him telling everyone. So then we got in. The bride came in. We were all getting ready to have her, christen in her arrival to the house. And then all of a sudden, we just hear Usher, the one with the bus, being like, "Okay, get in, everyone, get in, get in. There's people with guns. There's people with guns." So yeah, so then we all got in, and then I don't know. For me, I was just like, "What's going on?" I didn't even know that people were getting, there was something scary happening. I was just like, "Oh, okay, what's going on?" Everyone's a little panicking, but I just assumed that it was just the marriage. Everyone's just crazy because of that, and I didn't know until later. I was like, "Oh crap, we're all getting stuffed into a room because we think that there's two thieves coming in to crash the party."
That's literally Pakistan for you. That's the definition of Pakistan.
I know.
Well, to recap what Zan had said, that's pretty much it. Yeah, what happens recently, what happens is, if you've ever seen our brides, they wear a lot of jewelry and stuff, and usually it used to be like all real stuff, and now they do all artificial for the purpose of the fact that there are a lot of people that'll stop your car, put you at gunpoint, and like take your jewelry and stuff. And that's what we thought what was happening at our cousin's wedding when Usher, the twin, with the bus, he ran in and he was like, "Everybody get in. There's people with guns. There's people with guns following, the car that the bride and the groom were sitting in." So if you saw that, like everybody was running into a room, as Ann said. We were all getting crashed into one room. And then on top of it, like I don't know if anybody realized, but we left like Amma, our grandmother, like out in the room. Like nobody was like, "Oh, bring her in." We were all like, "Get in the room, save yourself." And then you see, I felt so bad because the groom's sister, she was like the car came in and everybody's out, and I mean you see our cousins like they're grabbing their guns. I mean like people are getting ready for a duel, it looked like. and
And there's us American-borns pooping our pants.
I seriously like, and people are getting ready for like duels, and you see the groom's sister like rushing the bride because the car comes in, they close the gates, and the bride's being rushed into her room. I felt so bad for her because she was probably like, "What is happening?" And all of a sudden, like, you see my brother who come out of his come out, like, my mom's like, "Oh my God, there's Kashif, what is he doing, what is he doing?" And my brother's out there, like, we were like, what is he gonna do? He's gonna
Well, yeah, what is this guy? No offense, but like, what is Kashif gonna do?
and it all turns out in the end that it was the groom's friends following them on their motorcycles with guns so that nobody would actually bother them.
How ridiculous is that, though? That everyone, like, we were ready to, like, people were gonna be killed, you guys. Killed.
But it turns out that those thieves weren't thieves after all. They were just
our protection.
They were protection
What a lesson.
against
Never
real
judge
thieves.
a book by its cover. You might think they're gonna kill you, but they're gonna kill for you.
Exactly. That's what pretty much happened.
Oh god, that was just too funny.
That's honestly what a Pakistan Muslim wedding is.
Not a Pakistani wedding, period.
True.
Like, just you're running away from thieves.
In Pakistan. Not here. Not here.
Not here. No, come to our weddings here. They're very nice. And
You should go to the weddings there too. They're a lot of fun. That was a one-time deal out of all the weddings we went to.
And it was just miscommunication, honestly.
Yeah, like the groom didn't tell anybody that his friends were going to be riding behind him.
Yeah. So, moral of the story is, weddings, and they're fun.
I don't even know if we really explained anything about weddings, really. We were just telling stories, which I prefer probably more. We have a lot of funny, crazy
We
stuff.
talked about each 3 days. We talked about the days are. We talked about what we do. I think one thing we missed out was the traditions that we have, like stealing the shoes.
Yeah.
We steal the shoes of the groom.
A lot of traditions that happen throughout.
But I think that would be another whole episode because there's a huge list of just traditions that happen in between, and it's like
traditions and ceremonies.
yeah,
Maybe we'll do a part 2 of the wedding later on.
yeah,
Maybe.
Very true.
because we still have stories too. We still have a bunch of just crazy moments that happen.
Oh, it can go on
Half
and
of our
on
lives
and on.
have been at weddings. I feel like I was raised in a wedding.
Seriously.
People go to weddings like maybe once in a while. We have seasons that come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Wedding
comes in
season.
waves. It just comes in waves. It's just like it's mostly during the summertime too. That's the prime time for weddings.
I'm a newly minted person to Game of Thrones, and I'm going to make a Game of Thrones reference. It's not winter is coming, it's weddings are coming. That's what happens.
And on that note, we can
Follow us, you guys. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for listening. We had so many people listen to our last episode. Who would want to listen to us? But here we are. And
Yeah. I'm seriously surprised that even one person listened. So thank you all.
thank you so much for listening. And I hope you enjoyed this episode too. Please follow us at Fob and Friends. Follow us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/FobandFriends. And our website's going to come up soon, we promise. Our website developer is gallivanting in Iceland. So we're waiting on that. But sorry for the technical difficulties in this episode. Because our producer's out gallivanting in Iceland, we are here left alone on a rock waiting. So if it's a little fuzzy, just deal with it.
As we said last time, and anybody, guys, I'm going to have everybody experience my beautiful voice. It's a whole new world.
Wow, I think we
Bob
just
and
lost.
Friends, a podcast you all need to hear.
Thanks for your
There it
time.
is. All right, guys. I guess we'll see.
All right.
We'll
And we're
talk to you
signing
next week.
out.
Bye,
Yeah.
guys.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Ta-ta.